All right, we're here tonight with graffiti writer, author, painter, FUZZ ONE. Fuzz, can you tell us some of the adventures you went through with the MG boys?
We had mad adventures, man. When we really started like damaging trains and stuff, it kind of got like sticky, man, because the cops, they were just in our neighborhood, man, hanging out. They mingled in with like, the people at the rail. They were like chilling there. Like one day I was coming from my house and I was supposed to meet Mark on 98. And we were just, it was like a hangout day. Yeah, we might have went racking or whatever, but we knew that the cops were looking for us. So at that time I had like a little, like a Yamaha Enduro, like motorcycle and shit. So I used to drive around the park, fucked up, with like cans in my back, tagging all over the fucking neighborhood. And I saw Mark at Marty's donut shop. And I was like, yo, Mark, what's up, man? And everything. And fucking Hickey and Ski, the two most famous cops. Hickey came running out the donut shop. Fucking Ski came running around from like a car. And they fucking handcuffed me. And they put my hand through the motorcycle. And they handcuffed Mark on 98. And they fucking wheeled us all the way to the fucking train station, the Sugar Parkway train station. And they had us there, and they had a fucking paddy wagon, like a TA police paddy wagon. The real jailhouse joint, the sardine can, pulled right underneath the station and just fucking dragged us in the street, unhandcuffed us, threw us in the back of the paddy wagon, and they took us down to like 161st Street in the precinct. And in there, that was like Hickey and Ski's little miniature office. They had like pictures on the walls of like all the graph heads that they busted, pilots, uni-wides that they found, Flowmaster pens, Pentels, paint all over the joint, They did like a little interrogation jilly on us. And then, we wound up beating it and shit, like little family court jilly, trespassing, vandalism, the old school, not like these days, like 3-year felony joint for like doing a throw-up. So, and then, like other times, we used to hang out when he would be on an adventure by himself with his boys, with like Kid, and then I'd be on an adventure, by myself with like another cat. Then we like team up again. So one day, me and him were hanging out, just chilling, and it was a cold day, whatever. And in the old park, I was like, yo, let's just, go back to my house, hang out, whatever. Do a couple of pieces, hit a bone or something, just McAdoo. And the fucking cops at the whole fucking Knox place fucking stayed down. They had dudes on the roof with like binoculars, DTs, fucking Roten and Wassman, Jack and O'Leary, Rhoda. They were all like hidden in the alleys and shit. Me and Mark were just walking down the block, and the fucking cops just come out of nowhere. They were after Mark bad, because he was bombing the 4-line. Mark and Kid, they were just killing it. And, they took poor Mark away. He was, chilling. I felt bad. They put us through the ringer. They just kept like on turning up the heat on us. Like the MG boys allowed like other writers to come in, with like the crew. And sometimes there was bad decisions, whatever. There was raids. We never went to the yards and spent like 5-10 hours there. That shit is out of this world. Writers that go to the yards and like have sleepover parties. Every time we went to the fucking yards, we got raided. The cops were there, or they were hiding in the shit pipes, or in the train, or under the wheels, or some fucking sandbox, cubby hole spot. Then they let us get in there and get, comfortable and like, hit our shit off. Then they fucking open the doors with like bats and shit, and dump the sticks. We got chased by work bums. They used to throw like, snowball roller rocks at us and shit. Yeah, the work bums were bad during the 4-yard, man. They came after us, with like a vengeance. They hated graffiti writers. The dudes were fucking like Polish dudes with hammers. They were like, yo, grab that dude. He wrote my hallway or something. But then other things, where the most adventures that we had was like taking our bus rides, because it was like back in the early 70s, our